Well, thanks to our idiotic education system, more of our younger generation are being fed anti-Western propaganda. Now, a perfect example is the fact that the liberal narrative is now the liberal establishment. They are the status quo, but they still tell young kids that no, being left-wing is actually being rebellious. Let's have a look at Femi, for example. Although Femi shouldn't really count as the younger generation anymore, but still. Femi the Ramona, who transitioned into becoming Femi the Socialist, and then now he's Femi the Palestinian supporter, made a video, had a bit of a meltdown situation, walked around central London with a selfie camera, and started ranting against Rule Britannia. The song, yeah, he was literally shouting at a song. I know this is going to be intolerable, but let's actually watch it together. And I shall analyse.
People, welcome back to F Politics. I've just been on ITV's Good Morning Britain and BBC Radio 5 Live discussing Rule Britannia. Because after the cello player Sheku Kane-Mason decided not to stay for the end of the proms because he didn't want to listen to the song Rule Britannia, you have the usual right-wingers getting up in arms calling him unpatriotic.
Maybe because he is not really patriotic. If someone bothers to have a meltdown over a song that was simply a historic song about the country and the enemies of the country, yeah, you have a problem with patriotism.
But honestly, some of the arguments used to defend that song to me today were insane. So let me lay out some of the facts.
Because the UK was actively kidnapping and enslaving millions of black people between the 1500s and the 1800s, and that song was written in the 1700s. So it was written by a society that was engaged in the slave trade, basically celebrating how we ourselves will never ever be slaves. So it was boasting about our position at the top of the food chain. So
hang on. So the main argument is that because the song was made during the period that happened to have slave trade going on, because it was during that period, it must be something to do with slavery. So if anything was created or made during that period, if anything else was made, we have to say, nope, we can't eat that food or we can't wear that dress because it happened to be made during the slave trade era.
The reason why I opened up like that is because this whole discussion, this whole debate is a distraction. It's a diversion designed to make people think that the main thing that anti-racists are obsessed with is which songs are sung at the proms. You see, they want to make people think that those of us who want equality are a threat to British culture, and so they point to things like Rule Britannia, but the reality is that's not our priority. Most of us don't even know the words of that song. That's why I pointed to the practical things that can be done to massively improve the lives of millions of people.
So, step one, make a video about a song, against a song, have a meltdown against the song, then say, it's not really about the song, by the way, we don't even know the lyrics. What?
Because making job applications anonymous wouldn't just tackle racial discrimination, it would also mean you wouldn't see where somebody went to school, which town they grew up in. It would be a major blow to discrimination on the grounds of class, sex, race, region, when it comes to our ability to get a job, to make money, to have a better quality of life.
That's the whole point. Let's just say, if there is discrimination based on people's skin color or whatever, any other category, any other identity, tackle that. We will tackle it together in society. Don't have a meltdown about the song. You're shouting at a song.
Here's the problem with that argument.
yeah, but I find this idea of it being patriotic can be completely just wrong, because it's the opposite of patriotic. It's highlighting one of the worst things our country has ever done.
It's
shaming our country.
What? It's not about slavery. It's simply about the greatness of the country, not slavery, just how Britannia was great. And also to fight against the enemy, to say we are so great that we will not allow our enemy to defeat us, just like any other country that would and should do. And also you're talking about a time when nations were either empires or wanted to be empires. The reason there's all this jealousy against the British Empire was because the British Empire was successful.
In the news, right now the UK government is actively supporting one country completely taking over another country in Palestine.
And here we go. Of course you had to bring the Jews into it. Of course, you know, when something happens, you have to somehow go around it and somehow link it to the Jews, right? Oh, the UK government supporting the Jews in Israel. And then it said, because they're occupying or they're attacking another country called Palestine. There is no country called Palestine. Stop trying to make Palestine a thing. But of course, as usual, we should expect Femi to make another reaction video to my reaction video. So it's going to be quite exciting. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.